An estimated 1 in 5 teenagers has symptoms of a mental health disorder.
An estimated 5 mental health. An estimated 5 teenagers mental disorder. An estimated 5 teenagers has symptoms of mental disorder. I faced exactly the same situation that I showed you just now. And I know from your comments that many of you are facing the same thing. Then I found out how PT evaluates the repeat sentence questions and devised a 3 simple step approach. I will show you what exactly you need to get a full score in the PT repeat sentence. It's not a difficult task, but you actually think it is. It's actually not. You just need to follow a 3-step magical approach for repeat sentence. And believe me, when you watch this video till the end, you will stop complaining about repeat sentence. If you are really interested to succeed, then please watch this video till the end. Hey everyone, I am Anurag from Edutrainex PTE. I hope that you are watching this with a fresh perspective in your mind. And I am back fulfilling a popular demand from you, which is about how to get a perfect 90 score in the PT repeat sentence question. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed with the bell icon, please do it now. And any doubts that you still have, post it on the comments. They are really valuable. By this time, I'm sure you must have watched a lot of videos on the YouTube saying that you need to focus on the content, and you need to say everything as much as you can. But I will show you something how it is scored. That is what I found when I was preparing. Content is not the key here. Let me show you how. You can see that oral fluency is 5 points. Pronunciation is again 5 points, and content is only 3 points out of total 13 points that you can get from this question, from each question. So oral fluency is how fluently you speak. You don't hesitate, you don't fumble, you don't stutter. All these things accounts for oral fluency. And pronunciation is clarity, how clearly you are speaking, whether the AI is able to understand you or not. Content is only 3 points. Even if you say 60 to 70%, you are close to the maximum points you can get for content. See on the screen. If you say 100%, then you get 3 points. If you say only 50% of what you heard, you still get 2 points. If you say 10 to 50%, you still get 1 point. If you don't say anything, or you just say anything irrelevant, you get 0 points. So you see how easy it is to score for content. Even just by speaking 60 to 70%, you can still get to 3 points. And that's how you can get the full score. So it's just a myth that you have to speak everything. Even if you're speaking close to this range, 50 to 60% range, and speaking it fluently and clearly, then you can get a full score. So let's say you got only 2 points for content, and you got 5 points and 5 points for pronunciation and oral fluency. You're still getting 12 points out of 13, which is close to 90%, more than 90%. And when it is converted out of 3, you get close to 3, it's like 2.8. So just understand how it is scored first. Later, I will also tell you what problems people face and why 90% of the people fail in the repeat sentence questions. But let's now look at how the question actually looks in the exam. This is how you see the question in the exam. At the top, there is the task prompt, which is just the instruction, what you need to do. Then there is audio player, and then there is audio recorder. You get some time before the audio begins, and then after that, the status here. There is no beep sound, but the status in this panel will change to recording, and that's when you have to start speaking. So you need to keep your eyes on the screen all the time. Don't close your eyes trying to remember the sentence, because it is really important task for both your speaking section and for your listening section. Up to 30 points you can get for both these sections if you do well in this question. Now comes the magic part, where I will show you the 3-step magical approach, how you can get a perfect score for repeat sentence. It's very simple. Step 1 is listen what you can. Many people try to remember the whole sentence. That is what the main problem is. Listen as much as you can. And in step number 2, you try to process the information. Understand what was said. Whatever the audio is, you can remember bits and pieces of it, and you can prepare a structure in your mind frame that this is what was discussed. And in step number 3, you just speak without hesitations. So step number 1 is really important, and that is where people actually fail. Before I actually show you what is the main reason behind the failure for 90% of the people, this is what you need to keep it in your mind, that you have to listen only what you can. Don't try to remember the whole thing. That's when the failure happens. So now we will talk about what are the problems. Why 90% of the people fail in the repeat sentence questions. There are two categories in this basically. If you are in any of those categories or in both categories, then you are in trouble. But there is a way to improve. First is you have problem in understanding the audio, or you have problem with accent. This is because you are not familiar with the native English speakers. So this problem can be fixed if you do a listening practice on a daily basis. You can listen to podcast, you can listen to the audio files, whatever you do, but listen for 30 to 45 minutes on a daily basis and try to pause it after every 3 to 5 seconds and then try to repeat what you just heard. The second category of the problem is where you are hesitating. So you are hesitating or you can't remember more than 6 words. So these two are the problems that you can solve using practice. Once you are familiar with the native English language, you are able to understand the accent and whatever is said, then you have to focus on your fluency to improve your hesitations and fumbles, and then also on trying to remember. I'm not saying you have to remember the whole thing. If you remember what I said in the step 1, listen as much as you can and try to just speak that fluently. You already know that content is not the king here. It's the way you speak, how clearly you speak, how fluently you speak. So that is the key criteria. Now we will do some practice questions where we will implement this concept that I shared just now. Just to recap, listen what you can and then understand and process, and then finally speak without hesitation. Let me play the audio file for you and then see how much of it you remember.
The university provides a vast range of coursework and research programs.
So let's say you only remember around 50% or 60%. The university provides coursework and research programs. You forgot about a vast range. Let's say you only understood around 50 to 60%. That's enough. Let's say you remember only the university provides coursework and programs. You say that. The university provides coursework and programs. Even if you don't remember research, a vast range of, you're still saying more than 50%. And the key here is to speak fluently. So let's listen to the audio once again and then try to do that fluently and clearly this time.
The university provides a vast range of coursework and research programs.
The university provides coursework and programs. Good enough. I spoke fluently. I spoke more than 50%. And I'm sure I'm getting close to full score here. Decimals, it is going to convert close to 3. If you round it up, 2.8, 2.9, it will round it up to 3 and give you a full score. So that's the key formula here. Let's do another example. Again, remember, listen what you can, understand and process, and then speak without hesitation. These are the 3 key formula for your success. Let's hear the audio.
Securing food supplies around the globe is a major challenge facing humanity.
Securing food supplies, globe, major challenge, humanity. I just remember that. So how much I said? Securing food supplies, globe, major challenge, humanity. If you count the number of words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 words in this sentence. And I said how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I am still saying more than 50%. And that's good enough. But I spoke it fluently. Securing food supplies, globe, major challenge, humanity. That's how you should say. If I say like that, I get 5 points for fluency, I get 5 points for pronunciation, and then maybe 2 points something for content. And now if you calculate the whole thing, it will be again 12 point something out of 13. And if it is converted out of 3, it is 2.9 something. Rounding it up. So a 3-step magical approach is helping you to get full 3 points when it is converted for oral fluency, pronunciation and content. And that's how it works. We have tried it hundreds of times and it really works. Please remember again that content is not the key here. you have to focus on your fluency and your pronunciation. As long as you are saying around 60%, 70% is even better, then you are good. You can get a full score for these questions. And it's a really important question for your exam, so try to do well here. I hope this time you invested watching this video will shape your PTE repeat sentence preparation even better. Before you go, I would also recommend you to watch the PTE Describe image video on our channel to make your speaking scores even better. Till then, keep watching Edutrainex and I will soon be back with another super video on the PTE. Goodbye.